Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tennessee Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us today. While we give our attendees some time to stroll in, I'm just going to go through a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. As attendees, you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and your microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. That being said, the only way for you to get your questions asked and answered is through that Q&A feature, so please go ahead and use that at any time. This is just one of the many different sessions happening today, so be sure to sign up for additional ones after this. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website where you registered. So without that being said, I'd like to turn it over to our presenters now, starting first with Lincoln Memorial University.
All right, I'm just going to share my screen with you guys real quick. All righty, so my name is Nicholas Williams. I'm an admissions counselor at Lincoln Memorial University. We are a private, smaller private liberal arts university founded in 1897 as a living memorial to President Lincoln's life and legacy. We're located in Harrogate, Tennessee, which is a small town about 45 minutes to an hour north of Knoxville, Tennessee. And then we have a total of enrollment of just under 5,000 students. That's going to include our undergraduate, graduate, and professional schools. And with us being not super huge and not really that small, we're going to have an average class size of about 14 students, 14 to 15 students there. So you're going to get a really personal education there. We are an accredited institution, you can see there, and we are an affordable institution. So about 90% of our LMU undergraduate students receive some type of financial aid. And then just some quick little facts about the school here. We were voted in 2019 as the safest campus in America by alarms.org. The U.S. News and World Report tabbed us as a regional university with grads with the least amount of debt load. And then University Research and Review named us as a best value school. I want to talk a little bit about our academic program. So we do offer some associate degrees, bachelor degrees, and then graduate and then professional programs. So you can see there on the screen some of our associate degrees in arts, business administration, nursing, science, and then you can see vet tech and vet health science there. And then here's some of our bachelor degrees, most of them. So we have everything from accounting to analytics, healthcare administration, sport management, that kind of stuff, vet tech, vet health science. And then you'll notice some of those degree programs are going to have a little asterisk. That little asterisk beside that just indicates that you are able to complete a teacher certification in that field if you choose to do that. On the left-hand side of the screen here, you're going to see our pre-professional tracks, and that's going to correspond with some of our undergraduate degrees and then going into our graduate programs there. So you can see that. One thing about LMU is we are a smaller school, but we can be a one-stop shop for you, so you can get your undergraduate, graduate, and professional schools. You can do all three of them here if that's what you would like to do. And again, you'll see some of those programs with little asterisks, just indicating that you can complete that teacher certification. And then lastly, we have our professional programs. So you'll see them there. The one that we're most known for is our Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine, which is right here, our DO program. That's the one that we're most known for, but we do have quite a few of them. So next, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about our acceptance policy, guaranteed acceptance. So if you have a 3.2 unweighted high school GPA, a 19 or a 1010 for your test score, it's going to be guaranteed acceptance into the school. Now I do want to mention for this upcoming fall, so fall 2021, we are going to be a test optional university. And what that means is you just don't need to have, you don't have to have those test scores if you don't want to send them in or aren't able to take them. Now, we would always encourage you guys to take those and send those test scores in because it is going to give you the best financial package when it comes to merit-based scholarships and that kind of thing there. So talking on the lines of merit-based scholarships, you can see here we have some merit-based scholarships that range from $4,000 to $11,000, and then we have a full tuition scholarship. Now, the way we come up with those scholarship amounts are for you is we take your ACT or SAT score, we take that unweighted high school GPA, We get a rating code out of that, and then that rating code corresponds with one of our scholarship amounts. For our full tuition scholarship, you got to have a 30 on your ACT or a 1370 on your SAT, and then you have to have a 3.5 unweighted high school GPA. Now that's going to guarantee you a spot to qualify for that full tuition. It's not going to guarantee that full tuition scholarship though. So you'll come on campus, interview, that kind of thing, compete for that. Now we do give out a roughly 10 of those a year. So sometimes it's 1 or 2 more, sometimes 1 or 2 less, but roughly we give out about 10 full tuition scholarships a year. Now, how do we apply to LMU? So if you go to our website, lmunet.edu, you'll see right up here at the top, you'll see a little apply button at the top right. Click that apply button and you'll see this screen right here. This screen, just register as a new user, sign up, and then you'll go through that application process. Once you get to the end of it, you'll see this little % complete, hit that submit application, and we're going to get that application there. And lastly, one thing I want to talk about with you guys is some student life, things we have on campus, that kind of stuff. So we have Abe's Army, that's going to be our student section. We have athletics. We are an NCAA Division II university. We compete in the South Atlantic Conference. We have over 20 sport programs here. So if you're an athlete and you're interested in that kind of stuff, we'd love for you guys to reach out. I always like to pass along student athletes' names to our coaches and then let them go from there if they want to pursue that. But you'll see we do some craft nights, Arts in the Gap. We have a fitness center, Chick-fil-A, Starbucks in our student center. We do have some Greek life. We also have some student government, that kind of thing. The last one thing I want to point out, we do a get out of town. So our shuttle will take students every Friday that don't have a car, or international students, that kind of stuff, over to Walmart so they can get groceries, that kind of thing, which is kind of a neat little thing. Lastly, just wanted to say that we are here for in-person tours and consults. We'd love for you guys to drive on campus, see what we have to offer, what we're all about. If not, we do have a virtual option for both of those as well. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being on, and go Splitters.
Great, thanks so much. So I'm going to share my screen now, look at the schedule, and next we're going to go to the University of Tennessee.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Just to quickly introduce myself, my name is Lauren Walensky. I am one of the UT Knoxville Regional Admissions Representatives for Middle Tennessee. My colleague, Sammy Stevens, is also here this evening. She will be manning the chat feature. So if you guys have any questions about this presentation, our campus life programs, anything like that, definitely be sure to shoot that into the Q&A. But just to quickly, little overview of how I'm going to be going through this very word-intensive slide. I'm going to go from the top left-hand corner to the bottom right-hand corner. So just to start with some quick facts and points of pride, we are the state flagship university. We sit at around 24,000 undergraduate students. This past year, we actually recruited our largest freshman class in history with over 5,500 new vols that came to Rocky Top this fall. So that was definitely super exciting. We have 9 academic colleges and over 360 programs of study that you can choose from. So your options are really endless at UT Knoxville. I'm going to quickly move right along into the admissions process and deadlines. You can apply to UT one of 2 ways. We accept both our VIP application as well as the common application. We don't prefer one or the other. It's solely based on whichever one you would like to submit. The most unique part about our application process is that we holistically review every student. So what that means is we essentially don't have any minimum requirements for most of our majors. While your test scores, if you choose to submit them, and your GPA is important, it's not the only factor that will get you admitted to the University of Tennessee. We also pay attention to your letters of recommendation, your resume section of your application where you talk about what you're involved in school, in your community, your essays, your optional supporting statement. We look at not only who you are as a student in the classroom, but also a member of your community before we make our decision. I'm going to quickly touch on 2 major changes that we've made to our fall 2021, spring 2022 admission cycle, and that is test optional and self-reported academic record. So to start with test optional, we are now giving students the option to submit their applications without test scores. So if you choose to go test optional, you will be required to write an additional essay. So that would then be 2 required essays and 1 optional supporting statement with your application. It's important to note, if you go test optional, you are not putting yourself at any sort of a disadvantage on your application. If you go test optional, you can always send test scores later on. So no need to worry about that. Next up is our self-reported academic record, otherwise stands for your SAR. This is a required separate component from the application. So once you submit your application, you'll have to log in / create your VIP portal, and that's where you'll access your SAR. This is where you'll manually input all of your grades from freshman year all the way to 11th grade, including any courses you're currently taking your senior year. And then you'll attach a copy of your transcript and link this to your application. That will then complete your application. So it's just important to be checking your email, especially after you submit your application, because you'll receive tons of emails from us with instructions to access and complete your SAR. Next up are deadlines. November 2nd is quickly approaching. That is our early action priority deadline for admission for scholarship eligibility. So if you're interested in applying for any of our scholarships, you have to make sure your regular admissions application and your SAR is completed and submitted before November 2nd. There will then be a separate competitive scholarship application that is due December 15th. We're releasing decisions a little differently this year. We're releasing them in batches. So if you apply before the November 2nd deadline, you'll be notified of your admissions decision in the middle of December. And if you apply after that November 2nd deadline, you'll be notified in the middle of February. So just important to note. Moving along to the right side of this slide, I'm just going to touch on some of our distinctive majors because they are our competitive colleges. So they either recommend or require an additional supplement to your application. And that is the College of Architecture and Design, Tickle College of Engineering, as well as the College of Nursing. If you're interested in studying anything within those 3 colleges, definitely check out their website and make sure you're up to date with what else is included or required in their application process. All right, down to the bottom, the most exciting part, come visit Rocky Top. We are hosting campus tours right now. They're structured a little differently due to COVID-19. We're only hosting 2 campus tours per day, Monday through Friday, and you do have to pre-register online. You're only allowed to bring 1 guest with you. So unfortunately, we're not allowing any walk-ins at this point in time. But while you're on campus, we are also offering 16 one-on-one meetings with admissions counselors in our visitor center as well. You also have to pre-register for those online. So I know that our October dates are all full for right now, but November's still pretty wide open. So if you have a chance to make it to Knoxville, I highly encourage you. It's a beautiful time to visit campus. If not, we also have several virtual experiences that we offer as well that you can also take advantage of on our campus visit page as well. It's just visit.utk.edu. Lastly, again, my name is Lauren Walensky. My colleague Sammy Stevens is on here as well. If you have any follow-up questions, like I said, any questions about our campus life programs, application, anything UT related at all, feel free to look us up. You can find our information at admissions.utk.edu/find-your-counselor. And if you want a little bit more information as well, definitely feel free to scan this QR code. But go Vols and have a great night.
Great, thank you so much. I'm just going to share my schedule now. And next we'll move on to the University of Tennessee School of Social Work.
All right. Hello, everyone. It's great to be with you tonight. My name is Becca Huppy, and I am a recruitment coordinator for the College of Social Work at UTK. So Lauren was so kind to tell you everything about UTK, and now I'm here to tell you everything about studying social work at UTK. So a little bit about our college. We were first established in 1942 as the Nashville School of Social Work. So we've been around in Tennessee for a long time. We have a really close relationship with the communities in Tennessee, ranging anywhere from Memphis all the way to Knoxville, because we've been serving people and educating social workers for over 50 years. Officially in 1951, we became part of the University of Tennessee, and we've loved every moment of it. We have currently 170 undergraduate students, and we currently are the smallest college at UTK, and we have a student to faculty ratio of 25:1. So we're really focused on relationships and making sure that all of our students are known and seen and have mentors in their lives. So about social work. Social work is a really diverse degree that can help you be prepared to work in a number of different industries. The key things that I like to hit on about social work is that social workers are prepared to help people with a variety of problems. We study human development, so we're learning about humans and the different stages of life, anywhere from birth until end of life. And that allows us to be able to support people in the many different life stages that they're in. We are centered and founded in social justice and equity, so we're committed to furthering movements and initiatives that increase equity and diversity. We're focused on individuals and their environments. This means that we recognize that we can't only focus on the individual mental health of a person, we also have to focus on the environment that they're living in. Because if the factors in their environment are adversely impacting their mental health, we can do as many things as possible to help them on an individual level, and there'll still be barriers to being their most successful selves if the environment is impacting that. So social work jobs range from anything from your typical things that you think of when you think of a social worker. So a caseworker, a child advocate, a therapist, a school counselor, all the way to the things that maybe you don't know that many social workers are doing, which is being nonprofit executive directors, paralegals, working for political campaigns and helping to really shape public policy. So we do a broad variety of things. So why you should study social work at UTK? In addition to being evolved for life by attending UTK, you'll also be attending a college that's ranked in the top 20 for the nation for a Bachelor of Social Work program. It also is a generalist degree, which means that you'll be prepared to either enter the job market and be very competitive or go on to a number of different graduate programs. You can study anything from a master's in social work up to getting your law degree to doing a master's in public administration. So it really does lay a solid foundation for advancing your studies in a number of different areas. Additionally, social work is in high demand and is constantly growing. It's estimated that in the next 10 years, the demand for social workers will increase by 13%. And we've really seen that with everything that's going on in the world at this time, that the need for helping professionals has really expanded. And if you've seen some of the things that are going on and you've been curious about how you can be part of finding solutions and assisting and empowering people, social work is a great option for doing that. Also, the experience that social work will provide is really unique. All of our Bachelor's of Social Work students will complete a field practicum, which is our way of calling an internship. And they'll do that over 3 semesters for a total of 600 hours. So this is an internship that's actually built into your coursework. So we're not expecting you to have to do an internship on top of everything else. It's part of your coursework experience. And we also have faculty and staff that will help you find an internship placement to make sure that it provides you a meaningful experience. So another things that make us really great at the College of Social Work is that we do have several different identity and student organization spaces. So we have the Coalition of Black Social Workers, which is a space for any of our students that identify as Black to be able to really support each other and explore the intersection of being a social worker and Black. We also have the Phi Alpha Honor Society, which is a national organization that recognizes high achieving social workers. And then our social work student organizations are our way of really fostering relationships among our students and allowing them to have fun, get involved in professional development, do service and community building activities. So I know many of you may not be ready to make an academic program decision right now, but please keep social work on your radar. You can check out our website or any of our social media so that one day when you are at UTK and if you decide that you're interested in social work, you'll know where to find us. Thank you all so much and have a great night.
Great, thanks so much. Let me share my schedule again. Next, we will move on to Lee University.
Awesome. Hey guys, my name is Logan Bird. I'm the admission counselor for students in Mid and West Tennessee. So if you are interested in me, we'll definitely be in contact. So we're going to go into, so we are founded in 1918. We are a Christian liberal arts school.
Hey, Logan.
Yeah.
Sorry, your sound is just going in and out a lot, and it's like a little staticky. I don't know if you have like if you're using like a microphone or something.
Sorry about that.
Can't really hear you now at all.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it sounds like a very, very staticky. Yeah,
How about that? Is that better?
Oh, yep, perfect. That's good.
Awesome. Sorry about that.
No.
But yeah, so like I said, we are a private liberal art Christian school located in Cleveland, Tennessee, which is about 30 minutes east of Chattanooga. We have about over 100 acres of land and a little bit over 5,000 students. So we're a good size middle private school. And obviously you can see we have students coming from all over the world and obviously all over the country. So definitely a lot good size in regards to diversity and whatnot. And then also, so we do require all of our students to do some sort of, or go to chapel. So we do a chapel twice a week, and they have to I believe you have to go to about 75% of those a month. We have over 100 different clubs on campus. We do also encourage students to do global perspectives, which it is a requirement, but we have like over 30 different traveling options with our school. So that's definitely a great option if you like traveling. We are Division II for sports in the NCAA. So that's including like baseball, golf, soccer, lacrosse, our women's lacrosse, tennis, basketball. So definitely a lot of great options for that. And then also academically, we have 57 majors and over 150 different programs on our campus. But our bigger programs that we do have to offer is our business program, education, psychology, nursing, and our communications program. And also, I will say music is also pretty popular within our school as well. We have a 15-to-1 student to professor ratio. So that means you do have a lot smaller size schools, or at least classes. So you get to have a better relationship with your professors. And a lot of our professors are very active in our students' life in regards to not just being their educators, but also mentors and even just really good friends. So that's also another cool opportunity with a lot of our professors here at Lee. Applying for Lee is pretty simple as well. We do have a rolling admissions, so there's no specific deadline. We could, all the way up until the semester starts, you can still apply for Lee. Here you can see a future Flames, which is our code, so you can waive that application fee. So it is a $25 fee for the application, but again, that code will waive that. We do require your ACT or SAT test scores and high school transcripts. We are currently not test optional. And one of the major reasons is just because we still require those scores for possible scholarships. So we definitely want to give you the best options that you can have. So it's still definitely encouraged to try to take those if you can in your area. And if not, let us know. And also our housing opportunities. So we obviously have community style and suite style for our underclassmen students, and then apartment and townhouse style dorms for upperclassmen. And applying with the housing application, it is a $200 down deposit for it. And that's just to hold your spot in the dorm. And it is completely refundable if you decided not to attend Lee. And then tuition form. So this is basically our base to our stable price, which is that $28,000. Usually that's for upperclassmen, because that's including most expensive meal plan and dormitory. So you're more looking around 25 to 26,000 as an incoming freshman. And then also you'll obviously see we have like our 19,000, which is just base tuition without room and board, and that's again per year. So definitely good pricing for tuition there. And then we have plenty of options for financial aid as well. Definitely one thing we encourage you to do is fill out your FAFSA for possible grants and scholarships for that. And then also the Hope Scholarship, which is obviously a crucial thing to apply for. That's another way you would apply this through FAFSA. And also you have loans in your grants. So going on, these are different merit-based scholarships. So we have our Dean, which is our base level merit-based scholarship, which starts at a 24, and you're awarded a $5,000 scholarship, which is per year up to 4 years. And then for your presidential, you have a 28 on your ACT, which awards about a $7,500 per year up to 4 years. On top of the presidential, if you qualify for that, you can also qualify for a Centennial, which is a competitive-based scholarship, which is additional $5,000 scholarship. I believe you have to do or give some resume or achievement resume, and then also do an essay to qualify for this. But again, it's additional free money and it definitely helps out quite a bit. And then also you have tons of different competitive-based scholarships. So we have over 300 different ones. This application actually opens up in November 15th and closes in February. And then we'll send out information letting you guys know when that is open. But that's definitely something encouraged, and you will have to be accepted and filled out your FAFSA by that point to start applying for those different scholarships. And to close it out, this is our contact information where you can reach out to us. So if you want to take a screenshot, this is all the best way to reach out to us by either email or phone number or just checking our website. And we do have options for visiting us virtually and also on campus, and check out our website for more information about that. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you. Let me share the schedule one more time. And next we will move on to Western Kentucky.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. My name is Allison Manley. I am here with Western Kentucky University, and I am super excited to share some information with you about our school this afternoon. So WKU is located in Bowling Green, Kentucky. We're about 45 minutes north of Nashville. So we're located right there on the Kentucky-Tennessee border. We were just recently ranked as the only Kentucky city on Livability's list of 100 top places to live in the U.S. So Bowling Green is a pretty cool little college town to be in right now. We do have regional campuses across the state of Kentucky, but the majority of our students do attend our main campus in Bowling Green. We are located on a hill, hence why we're called the Hilltoppers, and campus is about a mile from top to bottom, so it's pretty walkable. We are also one of only 4 nationally recognized safe community institutions in the country, so that requires us to be certified every few years, and we go to great lengths to ensure that students are safe on campus, no matter how far away from home they're coming to join us. We are also the second largest school in the state of Kentucky, so we have about 18,000 students. Most of them do live and go to our main campus, although those may also be online or graduate students. Even with a large enrollment, we still have an average class size of about 23 and a student to faculty ratio of 17:1. So we do want to make sure you're still making connections with your faculty members and having that really personalized experience on the Hill. We do offer a huge variety of academic programs for undergraduates. So there's over 150 majors and concentrations that you can choose from. Some of our most common majors include marketing, management, nursing, psychology, elementary education, but we also offer some pretty unique programs in dance and performing arts, Chinese flagship, photojournalism, and we have a brand new film production BFA this year that we're really excited about. In addition, we offer over 300 registered student organizations on campus, so we want to make sure that you're not just spending all your time in the classroom while you're with us. We also offer free academic resources like tutoring, peer study groups, career services, math and writing centers across campus to make sure you're not struggling as a student while you're here with us. Some of those organizations that I mentioned include Greek Life, religious clubs, and campus ministries. We also offer academic groups and special interest clubs like fly fishing or an e-gaming sports league. We also have free access to our fitness facilities. Our Preston Health and Activities Center also has an outdoor office, so they do organized weekend and fall and spring break trips. If you like to go whitewater rafting or hiking, they organize those and take groups of students a couple times a year. We don't require students to have cars on campus, but you certainly can bring one. Anyone is allowed to, and students also get free entry to any of our Division I athletic games, and that's in any sport. Some of the most exciting news we have to share with you tonight is that starting in fall 2021, all of our incoming Tennessee students will automatically receive in-state tuition as part of our Border State Scholarship. So there is no deadline or application or minimum requirements or anything like that to be considered for this award. All admitted Tennessee students will automatically get in-state tuition. In addition, you may also be eligible for an academic scholarship based on GPA alone. We only have one award now on this chart that requires an ACT, and that's the highest amount there for $8,000. Otherwise, with just a minimum GPA of 3.0 or higher, you could receive anywhere between $2,500 and $4,000 per year. Again, there's no deadline or separate application, and we will use your unweighted GPA, and that doesn't have to be submitted at any particular time. So if you go ahead and are admitted now and are awarded, that $3,000 award and your GPA goes up when you graduate high school, just send us your transcript and we'll give you even more money. So this is a great program, and we're really excited to share it with you. You can also stack those awards with some of our targeted scholarships. So that's going to apply to our minority students as well as national merit and Rogers Scholars students. So if you participate in any of those programs, you get additional funds that can be stacked on top of there. You can also check out that website linked for top dollar. There's 1,200 additional scholarship opportunities that do require just one separate application, and we recommend that you submit that by February 1st. Lastly, we definitely want you to fill out an application if you haven't already. It's super quick. We're not on the Common App, but you can apply online in about 10 minutes at wku.edu/apply. Starting in the spring, we are test optional if you have an unweighted GPA of 2.5 or higher. So students with the GPA between 2.0 and 2.49, you should still submit those scores for consideration. Otherwise, all we need is that transcript and fee or waiver, and you get a decision within just a few business days. So no essays or letters of recommendation or anything like that. Lastly, this is the contact information for your local Tennessee admissions counselor, Morgan Terry. Please feel free to reach out to him if you have any questions. If you'd like to visit us, you can check out the website there for virtual or on-campus opportunities.
Great. Thanks so much. Let me share the schedule one last time. And we will move on lastly to the University of North Alabama.
Hey guys, let's see here. There we go. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. My name is Jill Chambers. I'm the Associate Director of Admissions here at the University of North Alabama. So I'm just going to share some basic information with you. We are located in Florence, Alabama. We're in the northwest corner. We're about 2 hours from Nashville, 2.5 hours from Memphis, 2 hours from Birmingham, an hour west of Huntsville. So just to kind of give you an idea of our location, pretty easily accessible from Tennessee. I recruit Tennessee, so I'm up there quite a bit. We've got about 8,000 students here at UNA. We had record enrollment again this year, but we still have those smaller class sizes. So we have a 19-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And also we have those smaller classes of typically around 24. You'll see when you visit our campus, it's a historic campus, so we don't have those classroom spaces of 100, 200. They look like your typical high school classroom, just maybe a little bit more technology. We have over 130 student organizations at UNA, so I always tell students if you're bored at UNA, you're not trying very hard. Those are Greek life organizations. We have club sports, all sorts of things to do, Christian-based organizations, and we also have study abroad options. To apply to UNA, what we're looking for is you would complete the online application. We are currently waiving the application fee. It's typically $35. So I would go ahead and apply. If you go to una.edu/apply, you'll make your My UNA account and submit that application. There's no waiver form or code or anything that you have to enter. We also need your official high school transcripts and your test scores. We are test optional right now, and we will also accept super scores. So we do have a few changes for the fall of 2021, but getting all of that information submitted to us, that will get you in for scholarships and everything. So scholarship deadline right now is February 1st, but getting all that information submitted to us will be your first step. Also, if you've taken any dual enrollment or AP classes, we will accept those. So make sure that you also submit that so that we can give you credit that you've earned. Our scholarships started at 20 on the ACT with a 3.0 overall unweighted GPA. Now these scholarships, I know as a Tennessee resident, you guys are probably like, I would be paying out of state. That is not necessarily true. If you receive any university scholarship of $250 or more, you automatically receive in-state tuition, and you can receive other scholarships on top of that. So any of these scholarships, if you have a 20 or higher with a 3.0 or higher, that automatically gets you your in-state plus your scholarship. Okay, so these are automatic. Once you apply, there's no separate application. We will automatically award you these scholarships. Other scholarships that we offer that are stackable, we have leadership scholarships based off of a resume. So you would just submit that to me by February 1st. It's a 1 to 2 page resume of everything you've done 9th through 12th grade. We offer endowed scholarships. There's one application, and once you're admitted, you'll get an email about that, usually in late November, beginning of December, letting you know the endowed scholarship application is live. The Honors College, separate application there. We have a PMA program. It's a minority-based leadership program. If you're valedictorian or salutatorian, performance, athletics, choral, things like that. But like I said, any university-funded scholarship of $250 or more gets you that in-state tuition plus your scholarship. Also, we cannot accept Tennessee Hope or Promise. That's Tennessee money that stays in the state of Tennessee. Academic programs that we offer, got a little ahead of myself there. Academic programs that we offer here, we have the Anderson College of Nursing and Health Professions. They have a brand new nursing building that will be opening soon. We also have a new hospital here in the Florence Shoals area, so that 2 brand new facilities to work with. Under the College of Arts and Sciences, some of our unique programs, industrial hygiene, we're one of only 5 programs in the nation. We have marine biology, we have a culinary arts, and we also have a music entertainment industry. Under the College of Business, accounting, sports management, PR, things like that are big under the College of Business. Education, we have elementary, we have secondary, and also underneath there are human sciences and kinesiology. We also have that honors college that I mentioned earlier. Campus life, some of the things that I did mention before, we are Division I athletics. We also offer club and intramural sports. Some of our club sports, we have a nationally ranked bass fishing team. The Tennessee River runs right through the middle of Florence, so fishing is huge in this area. E-gaming, we have a rugby team, men's soccer. We have Greek life, a pretty big Greek life group here. We have the SGA, outdoor activities, and things like that. Tours and events, we do offer on-campus tours every day on the hour when we're in session Monday through Friday. We also have 1 Saturday tour a month. I don't typically recommend Saturday tours just because we don't have classes on Saturday, so we want you to get a good feel of what it's like here on campus. We also do offer virtual visit options. So if you wanted to set up a chat with an admissions counselor, or if you wanted to do a Zoom or anything like that, we can do that. We also are out visiting schools, so if there's somewhere you want us to visit, just send us an email. We'll be happy to try to schedule that as well. We're also having some events on campus. We're going to have a virtual preview day. We're having a drive-through college fair at the end of the month as well. If you guys have any questions, my name is Jill Chambers. There's my contact information. You can call or email me at any time. And also you can visit our UNA page for the class of 2025. So thanks for having us, and Roar Lions.
Great, thank you so much. I will share my screen, and I want to say to all our attendees, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. If you have any questions, now's the time to put them in the Q&A box. Our reps will be here for about 5 more minutes, so it's a great time to get any questions that you have asked and answered. If you don't have any questions, feel free to head out. When you close the window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide, as we're always looking to make improvements on these events. Also, like I mentioned before, this is just one of many sessions being hosted today, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording, as well as other session recordings at the website where you're registered. Thank you so much. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A feature now. Looks like there's a question for everyone. If there are any ROTC programs, if anyone does have an ROTC program and just wants to answer it verbally, feel free to just unmute yourself quick and just make sure, keep the answer quick so everyone else can answer as well. Alrighty, we have about 2 minutes left. So any last questions from our attendees? Feel free to put them in the Q&A box now. Thanks. Alrighty, about 1 minute left. So any other questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A. Alrighty, it doesn't look like there are any more questions, so I will go ahead and end our session now. To all our attendees, thanks so much for joining us. And to our reps, thank you again for taking some time out of your day to meet with some students. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day.